What's up, guys? I'll go on to stocks and trade in a minute. Me cameras. This is new. It's a new laptop, but the light is really bad. But it's okay. I'll go on to thingy in a minute. BYFC. Fuck it. I'll take none of that. I'll take 200 of that. So I'm just jumping back in BYFC. It's down a lot, but I think it can be down more, to be honest. 563. Five. Let's do well. Let's see. Be semi-aggressive. That's not looking good. How does it look on here? It's way better on here. Something wrong with that monitor. Why do you have to do? Green, just some. Let's see where you guys are and who's coming in. What's up? Quite a lot of you guys coming in. Most of you guys on Twitter. Yeah, I'm in a trade right now. I'm short BYFC. I'm short 400. That was an accident. I didn't mean to be in that much, but whatever. I meant to only be short 200. It's meant to short 1,000, but I actually shorted 2,000 by mistake. So I may take some of that off. But and let's just see how it holds up. I'll take 200 off if it goes a bit high. The light and the camera is really bad, so I'm just going to go straight to stocks to trade and go from there, because I'm all right though. I'm up fucking $12. Okay, so this is much better, and I'll just go on the side because the camera's not very good, or I might come off altogether. I'll just come off altogether. How's it going, guys? I'm going to do like half an hour with you guys. I'm just watching BYFC because it's starting to dip. I just took 2,400 shares, 2K, and I got it from. Oh no, I didn't. I took 200 shares. Fuck, that's a gutter because it's dropping. Yeah, I took 200 from 508. So, me entry is pretty much yeah. As it started to roll over, I took 200 from 508. I wish I took 400 because I'd be up 100 instead of 50 right now. But let's just make sure everyone's okay. Everyone's coming in, yeah. Let's have a quick read of what you guys are saying and talking about. Morning, TF. Oi, Taz. What's up? Nice cheers, brother. So I'm up. Fucking hell, I would have been up $200. Really mistimed this one. I'll put a cover in. What's the bottom here? 445. We'll be naughty and we'll go for like 431. That was a nice little trade. I've literally just made up, well, more than $100. I'm up $110. I'm tempted to cover because it came a long way down. What to do? Let's see how it reacts to this level. It's probably going to bounce because it came a long way down. It's so fucked. Let's see. Give it a sec. I may take 100 off. I wish I was in 400. It's failing. It's not. You can't even bounce at the support. That is terrible. Let's give it a sec. That's kind of holding. Let's take 100 off. So that's 100 off. I thought I had 400, only had 200, but still, I'm like, since I started this live stream, which was 4 minutes ago, but I've only really been on 2 minutes from when you guys come in. I've made $100 very quickly. But I'm just gonna add like. Look, the only thing with BYFC is it's one. It's just like the fourth leg down, but I know it's such a shit, terrible stock. And we're going to look into this a bit more, but I mean, I would not be surprised to see this end in the threes. We'll be careful. I mean, I'll look at a reshort I'll reshort at like 482. And then I'll have like just 200 shares, and I'll have a proper reshort if it gets like 510. Well, I'll take like a couple of thousand. So I'm just adding those in. But just say hello to you guys, see who's in, and then, like I say, it's a 30-minute thing. Hi, hello, Kiko. Jeff, fucking hell, mate. How's it going? Mate, I've been rocking and rolling pretty good. I hope you've been doing well. I mean, I had great months. I was up 25 grand the last 2 months. And then this month I'm like up 3. So it's been much worse. But I've been making changes. I changed macro windows. I'm doing a new thing with a broker. It's new, just a lot of new stuff. How you been, brother? Ari Nilton? All good, mate. All good. As long as I'm up, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I paid about $100 for these borrows with Trade Zero. So like to make a quick 100 is like, it makes us like, oh, there's the borrow payback. What's up, Israel? What's up, Kiko again? Awesome dudes. Legendary, brother. Jeff, you need to get back on this. I love you, man. We need to get on this shit together. As we watch BYFC, looks like it's can't even bounce. I've only got 100 shares, but I mean, it's 170% up. Hi, Stephanie. All right, so if you guys have any questions, tickers, I'm happy to do them. We're going to literally run this like 30, 35 minutes. We're 6 minutes in. Fire questions, whatever you've got. Otherwise, I had 2 trades today, really. I had BYFC, and I also had PT. And with BYFC, I mean, to be honest, what I'll do is I'm in this right now as well, but I just want to show you a full screen so I can like take you through the full process. So I'm just going to stop. Fuck, there I am. Very red for some reason. Screen, I've got like screen 1, 2, and 3. So screen 1. Okay, let's do that. So let's make sure you guys can see what I can see. Yeah, okay. You guys actually need profits. I had a 3K week this week. Which is net 3 grand, but obviously there's borrows, so it's like fucking up 2 or 1.8. But I'll keep going. But let's firstly look at stocks to trade. So BYFC, it popped up on the scanners. Oh shit! Popped up on the scanners. I looked back and I thought, all right, no volume whatsoever. And hang on a sec, I'm just gonna move this over here. Oh shit. It's okay. Showing you like a login, but it's only for fucking StreamYard, it's fine. You can't use it anyway. So BYFC, it's like barely traded any volume ever. And Tool Girl, hello. Yeah, I'm gonna. So like it's traded no volume, right? And then all of a sudden it goes from 1 to 7, and I'm like, what the fuck is this stock that's going from 1 to 7? Weird, right? I might add a little bit of this. Let's have a look. Nah, it's forward. So then I look at profile, and it's a financial services thing, and I'm like, all right, financial services. And I think, so it's went from 1 to 7, and it's never really had volume before. So I'm like, well, why might that be? So I mean, the next logical step is to kind of just check Yahoo Finance. And I'm giving you the full rundown here. So I'm up $70. I'm just going to let it run. So I'll go on Yahoo Finance and I'll go BYFC. I was like, why the fuck is this stock up 200%? And why is it up from 1 to 7? And then I see that the company actually makes money. So it made 57 million last year. I'm like, all right. So it's a legit company, but that doesn't explain why it goes from fucking 1 to 7. I mean, if anything, it's doing all right, but why did it go from 1 to 7? That's what I want to know. So then there's an announcement 2 days ago. Let's have a look at that. Announcement from the Danish Transport. It's hereby announced that a conversion will be carried out if state subsidies construction loans. I mean, that doesn't really mean much. Because it's a bank, right? So, and I don't even know where the bank's from. So there's no real news. So the question is like, why did it go from 1 to 7 without any real kind of news? And I'll check the profile. Yeah, bank, 64 employees. It's in America. I still don't really get much, and I'm like, eh. So I'm still trying to figure it out. And all I can really do is think, all right, well, let's check the SEC filings. So I've got all these like different things. So I'll go on BAM SEC filings, and I'll go BYFC to try and figure this shit out. They've got a recent 10K, so let's have a look at that. It's very short, nothing really in it. Check the latest 10Q from 31st of March. So they've got 19 million shares outstanding. The other interesting thing is the last time it gapped up, it fell on lighter volume. So obviously this is just a squeeze. So it gapped up, fell, came back down. So it previously went from 140 to 2. Like, all right, 140 to 2. So that's like 60% gain. Give it all back. So there's something in this company, although it makes money, it doesn't sound right. And then obviously they've gapped it up with news today and squeezed it, but then I can't even find the news. It just looks like it's squeezed. So, I mean, all I can really do is check the SEC filings more and see what I can find. So we check the recent SEC filings. We've got assets 500,000 in thousands. All right, so I think that in thousands, I think that means it's more, maybe like 5 million because it's a bigger company than I think. I never know how to check these. But it's more important that the liabilities outweigh the assets. So the assets are 500,000 or 5 million if the numbers are in thousands. What's the liabilities are 400. So the assets and liabilities aren't bad. So I can't really find much wrong with this. Net loss. So in the 3 months ending March 31, made a net loss of 330,000 or whatever the number is because it's 10,000. So you need to multiply by like 1,000 or something. But in 2019, they were up a lot. And then this is like the first negative year. So they're a bank, it's the first negative year. Fair enough. So they are turning into a not profitable company anymore. The only other thing I can look at is like warrants. Do they have any warrants? No, there's nothing about warrants. Is there anything about convertible debt that they've got? Try convert. Nothing to do with convert. Say anything around debt in the SEC filings. All right, so there's quite a few things around debt. But it's nothing terrible. As a small, yeah, so they're a small bank because it said they only had like 80 employees. The bank recorded a loan loss provision of 29,000 for the first quarter of 2020. Okay. Doesn't really mean much. As a small bank and institution, broader is not required to adopt COC accounting standards. Don't see much there. As of March 31, 2020, we had total delinquencies of 14,000 compared to 18,000. Due and other loans, including troubled. So that doesn't sound good. They had loans including troubled debt restructuring that do not qualify for accrual status. NPLs total 280,000. Again, it's not that I don't see anything terrible. Seems fine. This is interesting because it's coronavirus. On March 27th, the coronavirus aid relief and economic security. What did they do? As of March 27th, coronavirus aid relief. Signed a law into Congress. The CARES Act provides financial institutions under specific circumstances the opportunity to temporarily suspend certain requirements related to troubled debt restructuring for a limited period. Okay, so I mean, basically, we can see that they're trying to do some debt restructuring, and it sounds like they're a little bit in trouble because they're not making money, and they've made money previous years, and they're a small bank, but they're still a bank, so they're a relatively sized institution. In April 2019, again, none of it's terrible. Oh, troubled debt restructuring as of March 31st, 2020. So that's quite recent. I mean, it's just a couple of months ago. Loans classified as troubled debt restructuring totaled $4.5 million, of which 265,000 were included in non-accrual of 4.3 million. 4.7, which 406,000. Okay, so it looks like they've got like $4.7 million of debt problems. So they've got $4.9 million of debt problems, or 4.7 million of debt problems, but then you look at kind of the cash that they've got, and they're not making any money. So they obviously were a decent enough company, and things have more recently gone wrong. That's what I can see from the filings. So not not a lot. But then even if you look back over the last 4 years, the company gapped, failed, gapped, failed, gapped, failed. It doesn't really seem like gapped, failed. No one's interested in it. It's totally illiquid. It almost doesn't do any kind of issuance of liquidity because it just doesn't have any shares. No one seems to care about it. It seems like a very small bank somewhere in California or wherever. And somehow they've ripped it up, and I really don't have a clue how they've done it. 32 million and it's ripped up. But with any short squeeze, it's big on the way up, and then as soon as 10:30 comes around, it just comes all the way back down. So I mean, for me, it's always just the break in trend. So I was watching this. I actually shorted it earlier, and I lost a little bit up here. I lost like 600, but I'm up 2.2k pretty much on the day. So that 600 is 5.4, 2.1219. So I'm up 1.6 on the day still. So it's a good day, but it's always about like when that's head and shoulders. You've got the shoulder, and the head. And whenever you get that head and shoulders, it's like a sign that it's going to reverse. And when I saw this, and I saw this trend break, and it's like 10:30, which is when they all tend to break, I was just like, all right, this might have a bit of a shot at dropping. So I actually got in short from the 680s. 680 went up to 7, maybe 7s. I can't remember the exact order. And then covered a tiny bit, added into short, covered a lot here, and then covered the rest down here. And then now I'm just reshorting because it's there. So that's pretty much my trade on BYFC. PT, not particularly. PT also, like the fact that it gaps and failed on like 26 million made us think it would gap and fail today. And PT also had its run in the morning. Again, I was as early and I cut it, but I cut and then added into the double top, took it down, added into the spike, and then I was covering around the 140s here as well. So I made about 1,000 on PT, but I lost fucking about 800 on the way up on fucking BYFC. So that's it really for me. Good day, like up 1.5, 1.6, up 3k on the month net. But I mean, it's been a shocking month considering the 10k month and the 15k month and the months prior, but not going to complain. At least I'm profitable. At least I'm making money. So, and then next month, obviously, when I get used to this fucking PC and shit, it should be better. How do you select stocks to trade? Just basically, it's very difficult. You have to study loads to figure out your plan and shit. But I just look for stocks that are up too much. I know it sounds ridiculous, but like with PT, I told you, like I select PT to trade because it gaps and fails on volume. So that was a good short. With BYFC, it's like kind of not too dissimilar. With BYFC, I'm like, the last time it spiked on volume, it failed. This is obviously a squeeze. So it might squeeze more, but look for around 10, 30, 11 because the squeeze can't last forever. So I'm just making these little not fallacies, I'm just making these little plans up. Could you say that if a stock has insane volume, it resets the long-term chart? Yeah, definitely it resets. And it did reset in BYFC, was it a fresh chart? But at the same time, a stock can only squeeze for so long. Explain what a bit more? I'm not sure which bit. Tesla, I'm getting excited for short and John. Let's have a look at Tesla. Oh, yeah, Tesla looks like a bit of a double top. And it's at $1,000 as well. Failed, obviously. Failed the 1,000 level. Surprised that's doing so well with coronavirus, but yeah, I mean it's a breakout on 996, but that kind of double top, it tempts me to short it as well. I mean, I could only buy 10 or 12 shares with the account unless I use leverage, but nice. Thank you. Thanks so much. Any other questions? How far back in stock history do you normally go back when you're studying stocks? Couple of years, 2-3 years. BYFC, I say I was up like $80 and now I'm up $30. So let's have a quick look at BYFC. I think this is going down all day. I think it's a shit little bank. It's up far too much. I mean, if I could hold this overnight, it's a bit risky, but probably hold this overnight. BYFC is kind of popping a bit. I've got an ad, just got added, 42. So that's nice. So I've got a bit more size on because I was only in 100 shares, so now I'm in 300. Obviously, you've got the double bottom here, and it's down hella lot. Like it's down from 7 to 4. But I still think that doesn't mean it can't go down further. I mean, I'm not gonna like I've got 2,000 shares at 2,000 shares available to short at 4. So I've got what is that $10,000 position? I had 15,000 at 6. So yeah, I mean it's a nice area of support. It's obviously double bottoming. It's like it fell through that pre-market high, but this can go down to the previous highs of like the 320s, 310s. So I know it's down a lot, but at the same time it's fucking up a lot, and all the longs are underwater. It's a 21 million float. I think the 10Q said stocks trades in 16. I don't think so. I think it's 21 from the last 10Q. So it's traded 130 million, and most of that volume. I mean, if you look, so there's 130 million shares. Sorry, I'll just take this question off. If there's 130 million, the float is 20 million based on the last 10Q. So if we look at hourly, where the volume is, because you need to look where the longs, where the shorts, where people are getting squeezed. So 20 million floats, you've got 40 million from 3 to 6. So the float rotated about 3 or 4 times. I'd say it's mostly long because most people are buying. You've definitely got some short squeeze, but I think most of the market, I don't know, let's even say it's 50-50. I'd say if you take half of this candle, you'd say most people long or short. Let's just look at the buyers because I'm not sure how to do it any other way. But so you've got the float's fully rotated. Most longs are in from 480, and then you've got another 40 million. So the float's rotated twice again. So you've got to think like all longs now are probably in from about 480, 495, 510. You'll definitely have longs chasing this breakout as well at 620. So the float's rotated 3 times and it's gone from 3 to 7. So I mean, I can only guess that people will chase. It's Friday, it's short squeeze. I can only guess that people will be in from about 550. Longs will be in from about 556, which means that at 5, they're all underwater. And shorts, any of the shorts that have got squeezed, have got squeezed. You've only got the good shorts with the high amounts of money short on the backside. Shorts are probably squeezed out. You've got some long chasers that are probably underwater. So all we can really do now is wait for this to come back down to the 350s, 360s, 370s, because no one in the right mind is holding a small bank from California or wherever it's from with 50 employees. That's gone from it's gone from 1 to 7 nearly. No one's holding that over the weekend thinking, I think this can work. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think that's the case. So I'm quite confident, although it's down a lot. And then I don't think shorts really are thinking, shorts who've just got in this in the 5s and 6s are not thinking, oh, I better panic cover. They're probably thinking, good chance this goes back to the 1s. So I think the backside's in. I think longs are screwed. I think longs are underwater. I think this should never have been up when it was. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, I want to add to this, to be honest. Let's see where it is now. I don't know why it popped up. Obviously, it's manipulated, but I don't know why they manipulated it up. Maybe they didn't qualify for SEC filings. Maybe they brought one of the rules to qualify on the order. Yeah, I've just took an extra 200 as it rolls over there because I mean, unless if I go red, I'll take it off. But I mean, I think no one can want to be in this stock. You've got the double bottom. Maybe this will form some sort of descending triangle like that. Do you keep a list of all the tickers and gap and crap feeds? Not at all. But luckily, all I have to do is scroll back on the 1 year, 2 year chart, and I immediately see from the daily that it's gap and crap before. So I'm $2,500 short 500 shares, BYFC. Pretty much flat on it. I'm short from 487. It's at 42. I'm kind of betting that it's going to fail. I mean, I'll throw another 200 at it at like, what's that, 508. I'll throw another 300 at it, like averaging in and out. And then if it starts taking VWAP again, I mean, if it breaks this descending triangle, probably I'll just take it off. If I go red, I'll probably take it off. If I hit 503 and it doesn't go immediately back down, I'll just take it off. Like maybe I'm shorting a bit too much too far down, but I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously I'm shorting into real weakness, but even if you look at the float's 20 million. Yeah, I just don't want to give back profits. I'm all right though. I mean, we've traded the float in this area even. It's just nuts. Absolute nuts. We've traded the float even in this candle, so. But I'll bet you bottom dollar there's a lot of longs fucked in this. Because I teach some people, and it's the fucking type of thing they'd buy. So, Tool Girl, I heard there was a few stocks that rose with black leader ownership. Yeah, I have no idea about that. Yeah, DGLY ran because it's police cameras. What float size do I look for when I get into a stock? Anything. Like I'll short 500,000 stocks, like lowest float. I'll short 1 million. I'll short 5 million. I'll short 10 million. I'll short 15 million. Short 100 million. Short everything. But the difference is, if it's a low float with high volume, I'm more careful and I'll make short it more into the like midday afternoon. Whereas the higher floats I'll short earlier. It's a black-owned business and Juneteenth. Ah, really? BYFC is a black-owned business? I had no idea. Nah, it's not a great. Nah, it's not the reason. That's not the reason, by the way. So again, I'm kind of wanting to see some fade. We'll see what happens. It's cool to watch how you go through the process. Yeah, I know. And like, I mean, that's why I did it. And I know the process doesn't always give you the answers that you want. Like BYFC, there's fucking nothing in the filings really. All you've got is this mad volume on a small bank, and you don't know why it's doing it. But you do know that they're a small company and they've started struggling recently, and coronavirus won't help. So you can put 2 and 2 together, and then when you get this big run after it gapped up and failed, for sure they're up to something. For sure they're up to something. And for sure it'll go back down to the ones. Like, there's no reason why this company's up like 800%, and there's no reason it's up 190% a day. And when it starts failing like this, it's generally a sign of the end. I don't know if it gets to VWAP or not. I don't really want to do it. I'd be more comfortable with it just failing here. It's a bit of a strong bounce, but you see what can happen. It just slams all of a sudden. So it might just slam. It's almost like this scare short, and then you get this big candle in the 190s. So I mean, I'm not gonna be jumping terrified on $5 red, $20 red, $10 red. What's other good stocks? I don't know, dude. Yeah, you tell me. Tell us a ticker, and I'll tell you. What's up, Daisy? What's up? So long time. How are you? How's you trading, Daisy? Tell us how you trading is. That I'm jumping off. Certainly watching BYFC to fail here at the double top and the lower high. Like 4 cents red. CLSN, nice. I need to check that out. It's awesome. Body up on the month, not a lot. Not really doing that great. I'm up 1.5 or something. Maybe I'm up 1,500. It's been very bad compared to other months. Or maybe I'm up 3, but I've got fees and I'm 1.5. I can't remember. I'm up 3 on the week. UONE. Let's take a quick look. Make sure I've got ads. Yeah, I've got ads. So CLSN and UONE, I'll take a look at. CLSN, I see this holding for a while. I don't think it's going to break down, but nice short. I tried it the other day. I thought this would be the first red day, and then it's held and gapped up. So obviously nice double top here, nice short, but I don't think this is going down anytime soon. UONE. Yeah, I got squeezed on it as well, and I'm also up on it as well. UONE, I don't know who said it, but yeah, it's what fucking F1 team boss was shorting. That's a next leg up breakout. I don't think that's. I mean, it's give it back, and you've got the nice double top, but I would not be probably shorting this for a while, because all of the shorts in this area are green. So, I mean, all the shorts are red. I think this could squeeze more in the next few days. Who knows? But that's it. Good 30 minutes. Hope you guys learned a lot. I packed a lot into a small session, so I don't do these as often, but I'm glad I could do it today. BYFC, let's take one final quick look. I wouldn't be surprised if this was red at the end of the day. I mean, I'm fucking short, so I'm biased. Looks like it's rolling over. Should be all right. Got some shares in it, so not bad. What was your process to become profitable? I don't know. I mean, I basically lost all the time, and then I found one setup that worked, and I just did that all the time. So I basically mastered one setup, which is the gap and crap, and then I mastered one period of time when it did gap and crap, which was between 8:30 and 9:30. So it's very difficult to beat Wall Street traders and all the millionaire traders. It's very difficult to beat them at trading because they've been doing it for 10 years. But if you can just beat them at one setup in 1 hour of the market time period, then you can easily get an edge over Wall Street or whoever the fuck it is, these millionaires. You can easily get an edge over them. If you just say, I'm going to track 8:30 till 9:30, stocks that gap and crap, you'll get an edge over Wall Street or whoever you're trading against. Or you'll get an edge of the fucking companies that are diluting and manipulating you. You'll get an edge even over the companies. You'll stop being used as a pawn against them. And then you get another setup, and then you start trading the gap and crap longer and over more time periods. So basically, master 1 hour of the market and master one setup. That's the best advice I can give. Good to see you. Keep the drinking down. I'm drinking. GERN. Let's take a quick look. Not my kind of pattern, but not like this first red day is not bad. This first red day is all right, hi. Not bad. First red day, solid. Thanks very much. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of the night.